Well, happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, September the 4th, presented by Mercury. We're going to have Josh Herron, Tom Ott, and Lee Pitts checking back in for the fishing report. Stay tuned and hear what the guys have to say. They're going to give you fishing tips and ways to maybe avoid the crowds this weekend. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, September the 4th, presented by Mercury. It's Labor Day, folks. We know you're going to be out there battling boat traffic. Our good friend Tom Ott's going to tell us how to avoid the boat traffic on Labor Day weekend, as well as how to go put a few fish in the boat, because I know him and St. Jennifer are going to be doing that. Tom, tell us what's going on up there on the big lake.
Well, Dano, the boat traffic is definitely going to be out. So my suggestion there would be find you a nice grass patch and get in the middle of it. Probably save you some headache. But I'm telling you, we're coming in, we're kind of sliding into that time, that real hot time on Guntersville with the fall bite coming along. A lot of topwater action, a lot of schooling action right now. So it's it's an excellent time. It's only going to get better, as we get closer to the good frog bite. But with all the rains that we had, kind of rearranging some of these grass mats somewhat. So we're going to see some changes there. But the grass is starting to really start looking good, for that frog bite. But I'm still really targeting most of these bait chasers right now. I mean, the bait's small, but the fish aren't. So, the big thing right now is I keep the top water on the deck. I'm still throwing a lot of jigs, fishing that grass stuff. And just really so we can catch more fish. I think you can get out and catch some big fish on the deeper holes. But, if you want to just go get some action, stay around that grass, that 9-10 foot area, and really, chatterbaits, suicide baits, things like that are just bait fish mimicking. Man, I'm telling you, it's hot. It's going to only get better as we get some cooler air. So.
Yeah, well, we're seeing some cooler air this week, and I imagine the schooling might happen a little bit more, but a lot of that may be those striper that you get out there chasing, so there's an opportunity on those as well. And I know you can still go to the bridges and use some live minnows and stuff like that to be able to go after some crappie. But would you recommend shallow water, like anchor your power poles down and sit there and avoid the boat traffic, or would you try to stay out on that edges?
Well, with Guntersville, you've got that back channel, and the pleasure boaters, I mean, a lot of times they really don't care. They drag the kids they don't like through that grass. So, I stay on the back side of the river channel most of the time. Anywhere that's got a lot of surface grass, most of the pleasure boaters going to stay away from that kind of stuff. Your jet skis, at least your experienced jet ski drivers are going to stay away from that kind of stuff. So, it's going to be busy. It's going to be, you're just going to have to keep your head on a swivel and watch out for those pontooners out there. Sometimes they have a little too much fun and not looking straight ahead as they should. So,
thanks, man. We appreciate everything, and we'll talk to you again next week. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, September the 4th, presented by Mercury. It's Labor Day weekend, folks. We're going to urge caution. We're going to urge safety. Josh Herron, he knows what goes on down there at Logan Martin and Lay Lake with the amount of pleasure boats that go out there, but there's still some fish to be caught. So, Josh, first of all, tell people how to avoid all that difficulty, how to avoid the stuff, be safe out there, but also how to catch a few fish on those lakes.
Just remember, they sell wake setters to Democrats. Use your best judgment. I don't know how to put it any better than that.
Okie dokie.
So, anyway, yeah, man, there's not a really good way to avoid it on the Lower Coosa. There's no such thing as off-limits pleasure boat areas. They will drag kids through 2 foot, or they'll drag them through 25 feet. So just don't be the guy that runs over a little kid. Might be a great weekend to do some farm pond fishing. I haven't seen any jet skis running around those yet. But if you're going to go, I would recommend be there at daylight and plan on being on your way home at 10. You want to get there and get gone before happy hour starts. But anyway, man, this week's weather, man, it really should help things this coming weekend. These fish are really starting to set up on bait. And this cooler weather is really going to start pushing fish more that way. You're going to start getting your schoolers are going to start showing up. So you might be able to get a little bit more topwater through the course of the day. if you just leave one laying on the deck. Flukes are really going to start to shine. Any of these little moving baits that mimic smaller bait fish are going to be great. As water starts creeping back down, you're going to start falling into that like that quarter, 5/16, those small spinner baits that really shine at the beginning of the fall. And I mean, that's kind of the way I would pursue my day.
What about any kind of other species? Crappie, catfish? Is that maybe do a night type deal or look around the docks for the crappie? Is that what you'd do?
Man, especially on Logan Martin, those green lights, they're starting to show up more and more and more and more. And I know a lot of tournament guys are actually keying around it, but it's really cool just to see how many fish will congregate around those things. So, I mean, nighttime fishing is a big thing, especially on Logan Martin. You can pretty much show up at Town and Country or any local ramp on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It doesn't matter in hopping a rodeo. But like I said, man, this weekend is great to get out on the water, but it might not necessarily be make a day of it. You just kind of let them have it this weekend.
There you go. Well, Josh, man, thanks as always for everything, and we'll talk to you again soon.
I appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, September the 4th. Hey, it's Labor Day weekend. There's going to be boats everywhere. There's the Casting for Cancer tournament on Neely Henry, and I'm sure there's going to be pleasure boats everywhere. Last official weekend of summer. So we want to check in with the best crappie guide in the world and a dang good bass fisherman himself. Lee Pitts, good to have you back on the Fishing Report. Tell us what's going on at Weiss Lake right now.
Guys, it's great to be back with you, too. I'll tell you something. I've got some good news to give you. You know, we've had a little bit of rain this week, had some wind. The water's cooling down. We got a little bit of stain to it, but fish are biting. That's one of the good things with that cooler temperature coming in. We're catching some crappie out there, mixed with white bass. You know, just we're getting bit. That's the big thing. Guys are coming out. The weather's getting better, and we're starting to catch fish.
So I spent some time on Neely Sunday and Monday getting ready for the Casting for Cancer tournament, and I ran into a big school of white bass up by the Appalachian Bridge. Had a little bit of fun with that on top waters and maybe a little swim bait too. Are you seeing a lot of activity on Neely as well?
It is, and just like you said too, the fish are really getting active. You know, I know that we've had a lot of hot weather, but I think the wind that we've had, a little bit of fresh water coming in, has really got these fish doing something now. The bait are moving around. They're trying to get up a little shallower. And I think it's been such a long, hot summer that these fish are really, really ganging up, and they're just trying to ambush this prey, and everything's biting right now.
So what would you do to kind of target a little bit better quality fish right now? I know that there's tons of little 2-inch shad, maybe a little bit even smaller. What would you do to target a better quality fish on Weiss and at Neely?
You know, both of them are fishing about the same right now. I'm trying to use more still catching fish in the grass. You know, there's a lot of bass that are getting up there tight. I'm throwing a smaller spinner bait. I'm downsizing a little bit, just like you said, with the bait being smaller. That's what they're targeting on. But things are looking up. You know, there's still some flipping fish to be caught. Trying to streamline a little bit, catching some fish on more of a worm, some kind of creature bait, brush hogs, things like that. Just kind of downsizing. I think these fish have seen those big, heavy jigs all summer long, and they're kind of backing off and getting away from that. So, you know, neck it down a little bit, you know, get a good presentation with your bait, kind of get things a little smaller. That's what they're after. So I think if you just slow down a little bit, give it to them what they want, you're going to catch some good fish right now.
Well, and I know the crappie are starting to move a little bit too, and that's a good thing for your business. So Lee, as always, yes, man, we appreciate everything, and thanks for spending some time with us, and we will talk to you again next week, hopefully.
Sounds great. See y'all next week.
Well, that'll do it for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, September the 4th, presented by Mercury. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our channels, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. That way you'll be notified when everything happens around Bucks Island, whenever these reports go live or we've got announcements to make. And thanks to the guys for everything that they do, sharing the information to help us put a few more fish in our boats. But most of all, thank you to you, the customers and the fans that follow us on social media. We appreciate everything, and we will talk to you again soon.